Let's talk about presumptions in awarding primary physical custody of a child. Hi, I'm Alicia Kinchlow, the attorney and founder behind Kinchlow Law, a family law and estate planning practice based out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now, when we sometimes go to court, there is an idea that one biological parent has more of a right to custody over the other, and usually people think of that as being the mother. I wanted to make it clear that in Pennsylvania, there is no law favoring one parent over the other. In fact, the statute is very clear that where there's two biological parents seeking primary physical custody of a child, there is no presumption of one person over the other. Now, when there is another situation where a biological parent and some other person is trying to get primary physical custody of their child, there is a presumption favoring the biological parent. It's rebuttable, which means that you can argue against it, but there is a presumption favoring the biological parent. And then the last here is going to be where two people, where neither one of them are a biological parent to the child, are asking for primary physical custody. Those people are on the same footing. Now, the reason I bring this up is because a lot of times people do think that mothers automatically have more of a right to custody than fathers. And that simply is not the case. And the reason this kind of tends to be the case is that it used to be, but also there are a lot of gender roles that continue to be evident in our families and sometimes evident in the way that people think in terms of lawyers and even judges about how families should look once there is a split. And the way that society is now, it simply is not the case that mothers are always the primary caregiver of children. There are a lot of stay-at-home fathers. There are a lot of fathers who are extremely involved in the parenting of the children, even while the parties are still together. So it's important that you understand that there is clearly no statute or law that requires mothers to have primary physical custody of a child, and that the parents are actually, when they come to court, supposedly standing on the same footing. And what you have to do is look to the 16 factors, the 16 custody factors, and weigh them out to determine who should have primary physical custody. Again, it's important to understand that the gender roles that are pervasive in the way that our families continue to thrive can still require or be a reason why mothers end up with a lot of the primary roles. But it doesn't have to be that way, and there is no law requiring it to be that way. All right, so I hope you found this video informational and helpful. Please hit subscribe. Please share it out. Please give us some comments. Tell us what you think about primary physical custody and the presumption or lack of presumption of one parent over the other. What have your experiences been? What are things that you see? Did you know that there is no presumption of one parent over the other parent in custody courts in Pennsylvania? Make sure you understand that these videos are not legal advice. They are informational only. You should always speak to an attorney licensed in your jurisdiction about the facts specific to your case. But until next time, take care.